Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spiel Part 2. We're going to learn how to list your experience so that you can do a beautiful high school resume. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a section by section approach. So first we're going to learn how to list your experience, and then tomorrow we're going to learn how to list your skills. But the reason that we're doing that is learning to list your experience will help you to learn to list your skills. Okay? Alright, so include experience that you can have for now, that you have for now. This may be a call for you to get busy and find activities. So basically what I'm saying here is that if you go to list experiences and you don't have much, that's kind of a wake-up call, like, hey, join some clubs, do some stuff, get a job, volunteer, so that you can have some things to put on a resume, because at some point you want to be successful and get a scholarship, get into a school, and get a job. You can do the following things: join a group or club, take a course or workshop, pursue relevant work experience, apply for an internship, or do volunteer work. All these things will make your resume look better. Okay? Okay. So if you see anything in there that talks about internships, work study programs, tech prep programs, basically what that means is this: an internship can give you a valuable experience now and help you get a job later. An internship basically is where you work for somebody for free. So an example could be as soon as I get my engineering program up and running, kids will learn engineering in my class, and then if they take a couple of my engineering classes their senior year, they'll do some work in school, but then they'll actually, for the most part, the class will be an internship where they work for free for an architect or an engineer, and they get the advantages. They get experience, and the advantage to the employer is they get free labor. Okay, a work study program, you will spend part of the day taking regular courses and part of the day at a job. In a tech prep program, blah blah blah. So if you have any of these things, great. Chances are you probably don't have any these things yet. So just so you know what that is, if you see that later on, work experience. So it's cool that you have work experience, any kind of work experience. So if you rake leaves, that's great. If you've helped your neighbor out, that's great. If you've babysat, that's great. Any work experience is great because it will demonstrate to employers or colleges that you have a particular type of skill and experience, a level of responsibility and capability, that you may know how to work with customers, and you may know about certain kind of products, ability to communicate and work with the public, ability to handle academics, activities, and a job too. So you can go to school and have a job, and you can accomplish all that. So that's a good thing, that you can multitask during your day, and it shows that you have some responsibility if you have a job of some sort. Okay, so those are all good things. Okay, so now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. So education and academics. So what I want you to do is go to my website and open up the Learn to List Experiences document. Okay, so we're going to click on that thing. I'm going to click on that thing. Anyway, so you're going to go to my website, www.brianmiller.shs.weebly.com, or whatever the current site is. It may change over the years. Anyway, so here's what you're going to fill out. You're going to do this, but before you fill this out, you have to, number one, log in as you, and then second of all, you're going to go File, and you're going to make a copy. Click, you make a copy. Okay, and then you're going to move it to your folder. Okay, and then once you move it to your folder, make sure the folder is your resume folder. Okay, all right. So now that you're here. Alright, it's the one thing, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to do this. So number one, what is your name? Easy. Okay, now right here, what special classes have you taken or are you taking? So have you learned to type, write MLA reports, create flyers, write business letters, sew, weld, build rockets, create... Okay, so any classes that you've taken that have taught you anything of interest should go here. So if you took a science class that got you to a science fair, put that down. If you took an engineering class, put that down. Here, if you took my computer class, put it here. Anything that any class... If you have a Spanish class, put it here. Anything at all that might be helpful, put there. Okay, if you know of any test scores that are good, put them here. Okay, any test scores that are good, put them here. Any sort of thing, anything at all that you know of. And if you don't know the exact score, just guess. If you just know that you did good on the star score, say, I don't know what the score is, but I know I did good on my star score. Anything you can put. Okay, have you ever had a good GPA? Have you ever had a good grade in a class? Have you ever done anything well in school? Put it here. Okay, you're getting the point? This is a brainstorming activity. List honors that you've received through community events. Have you ever got an award or an honor from the community, from Rotary, from the school, from anywhere? Have you ever got any award? Okay, have you... Okay, ever got an award from your studies, from school? Any award you ever got from school for perfect attendance, for anything? Have you ever drawn something and got it in a magazine? Have you ever won any contest at all? If not, just put no, but if you did, put it there. So any awards for sports or extracurricular activities like band, go here. Anything. Okay, activities. Record all of your activities in high school or from before high school for that matter. Okay, so were you in any part of clubs, groups, organizations? Are you on the trap shooting club? Are you on the soccer team? Did you have any positions? Were you the team captain? So any activity you ever did, were you in the science club? Anything. Okay. List workshops, training, or summer classes that you've been taking. All right. Have you learned anything anywhere of value outside of school or some sort of para-school thing? Have you ever taken a workshop? Have you ever learned how done like a soccer camp where you learn anything? Did you ever go to Mad About Science? Did you ever go to any camp? Obvious, right there, number 11. Okay, so have you ever done a special project? So have you ever built a rocket with your class? Have you ever planted a garden with a class or anyone? Have you ever done any special project? Okay. Okay, now here's where we already talked about internships and stuff. You may or may not have any of these things. Okay, but if you say no or yes, if you do it, write it down. All right, so anybody you've worked for, your neighbor, any kind of work or activity you've done, put it down. All right. Well, here's legitimate work. So like if this is for like neighbors and things like that. All right. If you actually work for McDonald's or for a church or anybody, put it down. Okay, and put your responsibilities. Okay, and then finally, list anything that you've ever done that may look good to a school employer. So just anything that's helpful. So we're brainstorming, getting stuff down. Okay. All right. Let's back to my slideshow, and let's run this thing. Okay, quiz part 2. Answer that question, answer that question, answer that question, and then there you go. Okay, ready, break.